What's going on, guys? Thanks, back here with another top 7 Easter eggs of that episode of The Flash. So there was a little bit of a break over the summer, but let's just get right into it. Starting off at number 7. In the new timeline, which the Reverse Flash calls Flashpoint, Barry saves his mom and it changes everything. Cisco's now rich, Caitlin, she's an eye doctor, and both of Barry's parents are safe and they're healthy and they're there for him. Number 6. This new timeline has another Flash protecting Central City. His name is Kid Flash, and he prefers to be called the Flash, but it's actually Wally West from our normal timeline, which is Iris's brother. Number 5. The rival, whose real name is actually Edward Claris, is Kid Flash's enemy, who wants to be the only speedster alive, and he wants to be the fastest, and this kind of resembles Zoom from last season. But his outfit's pretty cool. Number 4. Barry has the Reverse Flash locked up, and he stopped him from killing his mom in the past. And how he did that was he first had to stop him, and then he ran to the future, had like a cell ready for him that's dampened his speed whenever he put him in there, and he also took his ring so he can't like contract his suit into that ring again. Number 3. The Flash and Kid Flash take on Rival, and there's a lot of running on buildings, running everywhere, running in the air, and Barry actually unwinds 2 tornadoes, which he hasn't done before, even though he's forgotten like everything about the Speed Force and running, or so his memories have shown. And Joe ends up saving him by shooting the Rival before he can face his hand through Barry. Number 2. Barry loses his memories while he's in the new timeline, and Wally is seriously injured from the battle between Rival, him, and the Flash. And Barry, the only way that he can actually get back to his timeline is to go home with the Reverse Flash. And meanwhile, Barry's just losing all of his memories, and he's forgetting everything that happened on his actual timeline. Number 1. Once Barry gets back to his timeline, the Reverse Flash says that things are a lot different now for Barry. Not so much for him because he's in the future, right? So that actually hasn't happened yet, but it technically has for him because he runs to the future after. So whenever Barry goes inside the house and he talks to Joe and he talks to Wally, he asks where Iris is because that's his first instinct, because, you know, he's in love with her essentially. And Joe gets really pissed off at him, but Wally says that Joe and her don't talk anymore. So we see the repercussions already of what happens whenever Barry created that new timeline and how it like merged with this one. Also, Edward Claris, who is a rival in the alternate timeline that happened this episode in Flashpoint, he's going to be another comic book villain, and his name is Alchemy, which is pretty cool because they kind of reused him, and he like woke up, and then after he saw the scratch marks on the mirror, and we'll see how these changes affect the timeline and how he has this new enemy Barry to face. And I'm pretty sure next episode Barry is actually going over to Star City to talk to Felicity because of all the changes that happened. So maybe now Caitlin is Killer Frost. So we're going to see everything that happens next episode with all the repercussions of Barry making this new timeline and it merging with his old one. I hope you guys enjoyed my recap. I'll see you guys next week at the same time in the same place. Peace.
I can see a reason to try.